Warning. Curse of Strahd. Spoilers ahead. We rejoin Zayli the Ranger, Nala the Druid, Bedikus the Rogue, Thorin the Paladin, Boblia, and Zandala as the party walks up the dirt road into the village of Barovia. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the deathly silence except the gentle creak of cart wheels and a mournful sobbing echoing from a distant street.
Depressing.
This place looks nice. Zayli, can you track where the sobbing is coming from? As the party heads further into the village of Barovia, they notice a building where a weathered, decaying sign over the door reads, Bildrath's Mercantile.
What's a mercantile?
I think they sell shit. Like a general store, or? Good question. Let's find the sobbing first. Before we continue, please make sure you've subscribed to my channel. It helps me out a lot. Several hundred feet down the road, Zayli successfully tracks the sobbing to a dark, boarded up, two-story house where the sounds of sadness are the strongest. Bedikus wants to see if there is any food to be had. Bedikus is hungry.
Bedikus, we'll go get food in a minute.
Suspicious of what traps might already be laid for them, Zayli listens closely, trying to determine what creature might be making them. She successfully determines the cries come from an older humanoid woman, and the cries do not sound fake. It's almost amazing that her house is completely boarded up, but we can hear her crying across the town. Do we want to bother someone who's crying in her own house? Bedikus says that could be trespassing.
I mean, what are we going to say to her?
We just wanted to know why you were making so much noise.
Hey, can you shut the hell up? We're gonna get our drink on.
If she's still doing it 12 hours from now, maybe we figure out what's going on? Otherwise, if someone's having that bad of a night, maybe we leave them to it?
Okay, let's go get drunk. Also, I do want to see if there's fabrics here. Maybe they'll sell it at the mercantile unless there's a tailor.
Out front of Bildrath's Mercantile, Zayli opens the door and steps inside. She is followed by Nala and Bedikus. They walk into a dusty, dimly lit, sad-looking mercantile that has very basic items. Specifically, anything you can buy for 25 gold or less in the player's handbook. The man behind the counter looks up. Hey! Newcomers?
Hey, chill, bro.
How did you come to Barovia,
Is there a tailor in town? Or someone who might otherwise provide fabric to purchase?
Not at all.
It's not that funny. Okay, what can you tell us about Barovia?
If you want goods, either I got them or no one's got them.
This is literally the only store in town?
Yeah.
How many bars are in town?
Just the one up north. Where do you get your goods from? I make them myself usually. If not, my nephew Periwinkle helps out.
Periwinkle?
Yeah, you got a problem with Periwinkle?
Who named him?
I sure as hell didn't. Must have been his good-for-nothing mother. Devil rest her soul. But he's a good boy.
Did you notice there's someone crying near your shop loudly?
Ah, that's Mad Mary. She'll get over herself or she'll die. I don't really care. Is this normal for Mad Mary? You want the full story? 25 gold and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
I'll give you 15.
Haha. All right, look. I get that you're new in town, but if you don't want to pay my prices, you can get the out of my shop. Zayli sighs and pays the 25 gold. See? I knew you were smart. Mad Mary had a daughter. Maybe still has a daughter. Knows. Named Gertrude. She kept Gertrude locked upstairs for Gertrude's whole life. Saw the girl once in 10 years. Last week sometime, Gertrude burst out of the house and took off into the wilderness. Haven't heard from her since. She's probably dead. And here we are, listening to that shit day in and day out. She kept Gertrude locked up her entire life? Her entire life. Was that not clear? How old is she now? She's probably dead, but she died at the age of 14, maybe 15.
Was she feral?
I was going to say, she's probably feral.
Does she have a severe attachment disorder?
I never met the girl, I don't know.
That's true. No one has. That's cool.
Now, if you don't be needing more information, or you don't plan on buying something, trust you see yourselves out. Can Bedikus interest you in selling fingers? Nah, get out of here and take your crap with you. Aw, why is everyone mean to tieflings? You look like Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Ah!
Nala, do you have any questions you want to ask?
Well, considering the quality of information for the price, it's not worth it. Zayli, you want to eat this guy?
No, Bedikus, I don't want to eat this guy.
Hey, punk! I told you to get out of my shop. Don't make me call my nephew in here. Ah!
How big is your nephew?
Yeah, and does he have any meat on him? He's big enough to trash the lot of you.
I wouldn't be super sure about that, but okay.
Bring him! Watch his nephew be a half-giant. Bedikus is hungry. Zayli slowly walks over to the heaviest displayed table, goes under it, and effortlessly lifts it above her head. Butticus has started knocking things off Bildrath's tables in an effort to get back at the cantankerous shopkeep before Butticus dashes outside. You, put the table down and get out there with your filth companion. I don't want to see any more of your asses in my shop.
Okay, just remember this sight next time you threaten me. I can probably pick Periwinkle up and toss him out the back.
We'll see about that. Get out! After the party leaves, it's time to go get drunk at the only tavern in town. Butticus fires a few arrows into Bildrath's mercantile's door before hurrying away. That'll show him not to mess with Butticus. Oh yes, that was very brave, shooting a door. At least he didn't shoot Bildrath. The door can be fixed. Inside the tavern, there is a group of 3 people huddled around a table. A weathered 50-year-old man in a corner, and a frail-looking barkeep who is absent-mindedly cleaning glasses in a line. The man in the corner hails the party. Come on over and take a seat, friends. I'll buy you a drink, how about?
Who are you?
If you're from around here, you already know me as Ismark the Lesser, but I'd rather be known as Ismark if you don't mind.
Why would I ask your name if I was from around here, and I already know who you were?
What do you guys want to drink? We've got wine and we've got some ale. All we've got to drink around here.
2 glasses of wine for me and my girlfriend, please.
Just water for me. Oof, I wouldn't be drinking the water around here, lass.
And he's Scottish.
Do you have juice or blood? I'm pretty sure there's neither here. But if you want metaphorical blood, we can get you some wine. No thanks. Butticus is good. Suit yourself. Arik, get wine for everyone here except the tiefling, who is having water. The mousy barkeep pours several glasses of wine and hastily brings the glasses with trembling hands. He then pours filthy, mud-colored water into Butticus's mug. What the f? Butticus would take his chances. Butticus is thinking about pouring Butticus's water into Butticus's water skin. Stealthily.
Butticus, we're right here.
I don't know why you want to keep that water. I appreciate you all joining me for a drink. Butticus is happy with Butticus's water. Where do you hail from, if I may? From Happy Land. Peaceland.
Why are you so interested in us, if I may ask?
You see those 3 over there? They're spies of the tyrant who rules this land. I desperately need your help. You're adventurers, right? Butticus walks over to the table with the 3 individuals and sits down. One of the group suddenly stands up, kicks Butticus out of his chair onto the ground, and moves Butticus's former chair to a different table. You guys are mean. Guys! These guys are assholes. Oh, Morning Lord. Why? Yes, we are adventurers. My sister has been bitten by the Tyrant Lord for the last couple nights, and I need to get her out of the village of Barovia. Maybe over to the fortified village of Valaki, or somewhere she's going to be safe.
She's been bitten by the... Okay, is the Tyrant Lord a vampire?
Yes.
Well, you just said she'd been bitten.
Sorry. I forget people don't always live in Barovia and are new to our plight. Why don't you finish your drinks and I'll explain everything on the way, if you guys are willing to commit to protecting her. I think we want to hear everything before we commit to anything, but consider us considering it.
Yeah.
How much considering?
Mostly considering, unless you do something to sabotage it.
Alright, Ark. It's been a pleasant evening here, but I'm going to retire to the Burgomaster's mansion for the night. I'll take my friends with me. Goodness knows we don't have an inn in this town anymore.
Why does that sound super suspicious, Ismark?
I mean, it's the truth. The inn was destroyed by the constant undead and werewolf attacks.
Yeah, I know. You've just explained way too much for someone who isn't suspicious. I'm just gonna go outside and put these people up.
I don't do this very often, so the least you could do is help me out.
Wait, you have werewolves here too?
There are werewolves to the northeast, but they don't usually bother us down here. But when the tyrant commands it, they shred a bunch of houses and kill a bunch of people. It's delightful. Come on, let's get out of here. The walk to the Burgomaster's mansion is quiet, filled with dilapidated buildings and the faint sobs from Mad Mary's townhouse. It's nice to be out in the fresh air again, even if Barovian air is dark and misty of late.
Oh, is this a new thing?
Butticus does not like this town. It's full of assholes. The shopkeeper and the mean guys who took Butticus's chair. Ah, I see you've met Bildrath.
Yeah, he's a character.
He's an asshole, but he's the only game in town. You either pay his prices or go without. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are all but destroyed. Not a pane nor shard of glass stands in any window. The windows are barred with wooden planks, each one marked with the stains of evil omen.
Nice place you got here.
It's a long story. Hold on. Irina, we're coming inside. I brought people who can help. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. There is a body in a side room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay.
Ismark? Who are these people?
Well, I hope they are friends that can take you away from this cursed village. I never got your names. You know that I am Ismark, and this is my sister Irina.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get our names. You just picked the first few people who stumbled into the tavern and told us to come out here?
You seemed willing to help, so I hope I can still count on you to help. Butticus's name is Butticus, owner of Sakadab. from Happy Land. Pleased to meet you, Barakas. Don't know what a Sakarab or a Happy Land is.
I'm Nala.
Lanzaka Sandalortoran.
Sandala of Waterdeep.
Sakarab is Barakas' dead turtle.
I'm Zaylee Timbers of Hexamer, more recently by way of Peaceland, and this is Boblia.
Pleased to meet you all. As you know, we are in dire straits.
Hold on, brother. You mean to send me away from my father when he does not lie yet buried? I will not stand for this. I will not go anywhere until he is properly buried in the cemetery.
Sister, it is too dangerous. There's absolutely no reason I can't do it once you've safely left.
Either you will let me bury him or I will go nowhere. Vampire or no.
This is when the puncture wounds on Irina's neck suddenly become visible in the dim light.
You probably need to get the body out of here anyway. Kind of a health hazard.
See? The gnome speaks sense. Listen to her if not to me.
Well, this house has been under attack for weeks by many of the vampire's minions. Zombies, ghouls, wolves, until my father died a couple nights ago of a heart attack. Since he has died, there have been no attacks on the mansion. Coincidence? Unlikely, but it has not given me the peace of mind I need to risk a burial. In Bedicus's experience, bodies do spoil after a while.
That's why we need to take him to the cemetery and get him interred.
How far is the cemetery?
It's just on the other side of town. We could take him now if you're willing.
Sister, that is not wise. You need to stay here, where the vampire cannot get to you.
I am tired of your inaction, Ismark. I will go with these people. You were planning to send me off with them anyways. How has the vampire been getting her if he can't get in here?
The vampire has a charm, where he can command someone he sees if they are not wise enough to avoid his charms to allow him entry. In the night when he visits, we do our best to close our ears and make it so he cannot charm us with his words.
He charms you with his words?
We believe he uses some foul magic, but yes, it comes in the form of words. What if you put your blood in a jar so the vampire doesn't want you? Then when you're done, you can put the blood back in your body. Ismark looks very confused by Barakas' knowledge drop.
I've got a silent spell.
I'm afraid we're not familiar with foreign magic. What would a silence spell do? Does it stop people from talking?
It would stop us from being able to hear him.
It's easy. Barakas never listens, so Barakas can't be charmed. Sister, these people can absolutely be of help. If I take you and father over to the cemetery and let Donovich bury him, will you please go with them to Valaki?
Brother, once his body is buried, I will leave.
I know that you are adventurers and that you expect payment for your services. Such as it is, I really have little I can offer you. But I do beg you, as an act of charity, to please escort my sister to safety.
Yeah, we don't really need money anyway.
Bedikus likes you because you are nice, not like those assholes in the tavern or the shop. I cannot emphasize in words how much this means to me. Get her to safety and I will be eternally in your debt.
Okay.
Friends, I need your help escorting Irina and my father's body to the cemetery where the priest Donovich might administer my father's last rites. It's a 10-minute walk.
Okay, we'll go.
Sure.
Dragonkind, small folk, and the devil have crossed over into the land of Barovia. The gold dragon willingly procured a ring that can be used to scry him. Perhaps his wisdom lacks. Useful. It is time to speak with Hendrik. A quick thank you to my patrons. And thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, share this video on your social media platforms like Twitter or Facebook, and please consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. I'll see you all next time.